So it all begins with this new card that just got released in Duel Links called Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Primal. It is a really good card in the Tachyon deck, which I think will probably be tiered soon. It's currently not in the tier list yet because the box literally just came out. But this card basically says, if there is a Dragon Xyz monster on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand to either side of the field as a quick effect. And if this card is normal special summoned, it has a mandatory effect that adds a Tachyon spell trap from the original owner's deck to their hand. So that basically what it allows you to do is you can play it in a different skill that's not the Tachyon skill, and you can trigger the effect when it says your opponent needs to control a monster. For example, we can play it in this skill, which came out not too long ago. The Power of All Creation is a skill that you use with 10,000 Dragon, but you don't need 10,000 Dragon for this deck to for this skill to work. All you need to do is use the skill, and if your opponent has a monster, you can add any card, literally any card from your deck to your hand. So this is meant for you to basically add a board breaker when you go second, or add a combo piece when you go second. But because we can summon a monster in our opponent's side of the field on our first turn, we can search all sorts of broken floodgates. We can play one copy of Stygian Dirge, one The Eye of Truth, which is limited to one by the way because of its floodgate interactions, and also one copy of Non-Fusion Area. These are just examples of floodgates that you could play. I think these three are three of the most useful ones in this meta. You can play more if you want, and you can change them out for different continuous traps depending on the meta. But you can just play a single copy of these broken floodgates, and then you just add any one of them that you need for whatever matchup you're facing. For example, if you're facing against Branded, you just add Non-Fusion Area and then you just win the game. If you play against Tachyon, you add Stygian Dirge, and all of their monsters are now level 7, so they couldn't Xyz summon. And if you play against pretty much any other deck that plays a broken skill, you just activate the Eye of Truth. Not only do you look at the entire hand and basically you know what exactly they have, you also prevent them from activating their skill to reveal stuff from their hand, because this card reveals all of their cards and you cannot reveal something that is already revealed. And if you go second, you just add Lava Golem, because this deck doesn't even normal summon. There is a normal summon in this deck, but you don't even need to normal summon for you to do the combo, because the main starter is Infinity Dragon and this special summons, and also Forest special summons. So you can just add the one copy of Lava Golem if you play against a Tachyon deck when you go second, just attribute it to Xyz monsters, and then you just play the game. Really interesting strategy. It's probably I don't know how good this actually is compared to just playing Tachyon normally, but it's pretty funny and also quite worrying, to be honest, that this card allows you to do all sorts of stuff like this that probably isn't intended. And the extra deck, by the way, looks like this. It's just pretty standard Tachyon extra deck. You can also play Typhon, because it works pretty well with Horus. But other than that, it's just the normal Tachyon stuff. And yeah, let's look at some replays. Okay, first game we are playing against Tachyon. This deck is literally everywhere in Legend rank right now. We are going first, so let's show off the combo. Basically, you just need a way to get into a rank 8, and that lets you do the entire thing. We already drew the Stygian Dirge, which is the thing that you want to search. So we can search a second Floodgate. How fun! We can search Infinity Dragon, summon the Spiral Dragon from deck, Draguxion, add a Tachyon Primal, summon it to the opponent's field, then we can add the counter trap. And what's so good about this deck is that you not only search a Floodgate, you also search a counter trap. So you can stop your opponent from trying to even get rid of your counter trap just by getting rid of your Floodgate just by using the counter trap to negate the thing that your opponent activates. So against Tachyon, you will want to negate their rank up spell, because that is an out to your floodgates, because they can still use it under Stygian Dirge. So they're gonna use it, we're gonna negate that. Also, we have full hand knowledge, we can know exactly what our opponent has. So our opponent will summon their stuff, will activate Stygian Dirge, and they're all now level 7. And because the thing that the Infinity Dragon summons is negated, they can't even use the effect of Spiral to make them level 8. So they realize they cannot win, and they will just screw. Alright, game 2, we again play against Tachyon. At this time we're going second, so let me show you what this deck does when it goes second. Spoiler alert, it's just a Lava Golem. You just literally get Lava Golem. That's like the best thing you can do against a Tachyon deck, because they literally have no back row. And once their Tachyon Dragon is not on the field, they couldn't use the counter trap. So we're just gonna let our opponent do their thing. And even if we don't search Lava Golem, we still have generic stuff like Eclipse and Droplet that we are playing free copies of against other decks as well. And yeah, our opponent will summon their stuff, and because they also use Dragon Xyz monsters, we can actually summon our own Primal during our opponent's turn to our field as a quick effect, and then that adds a 7th Tachyon to our hand, and that will be our starter for next turn, because otherwise we don't actually have a way to begin our combo, which is also pretty funny. Our opponent will make 3 Xyz monsters. The Hierarchic Dragon doesn't really do anything, it's just target protection, but we won't really target any of their stuff because we will just tribute their guys and summon the Lava Golem. We'll use the 7th Tachyon that we added last turn to add our starter. And let me show you how this deck can OTK. So, some people don't know this, but Tachyon Primal's summoning effect is a quick effect, and it is intended to use alongside the effect of the OG 107. And here's how the combo works. We'll also make a Hierarchic Dragon of our own, even though we don't really need to. So we'll use the effect on the battle phase, and then we'll summon it to our opponent's field. Mandatory effect triggers. This will trigger the Tachyon Dragon's effect to boost its attack and also allow it to attack twice. And then when we attack, it attaches to our Tachyon, and that boosts its attack by 1000 again, and then we can just attack over our opponent's stuff and win. So yeah, pretty interesting deck. Thanks for watching, and yeah, maybe Konami will nerf the skill or limit the cards. I don't know how they're gonna address this, but we'll see. Thanks for watching, goodbye.